Podcast. I'm your host, Lavelle, Lemonier, and I want to thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Hey, let me give a great big shout out to my lovely wife, Dr. Gabrielle Lemonier, who is the co-content creator and the co-manager of this podcast. She can't be with us today, but I definitely want to give a big shout out to her. And also, you guys out in DadCast Nation, make sure that you support our sponsors, and you'll see their information at the end of the broadcast. Hey, today's show is about one of my favorite topics, music. Everybody knows that music is the universal language. And so today we have real music to talk about, real singers and real talent. Today's guests are quickly becoming a household name in the music industry. They have worked with some of the very best in the industries, recording artists such as Ludacris, Outkast, T-Pain, Keith Sweat, Glenn Jones, which I was surprised to find out. They've worked with Gerald Levert, with Kristen Bush of the super country group Sugarland. They worked with Montel Jordan, with my man, Bobby Brown, and even with Iana Crawley, a superstar gospel artist. And so they've done a lot in the industry, but this is their time now. And so I want you to help me, DadCast Nation. Welcome to the show, the dynamic duo, the twin sisters, Cherie and Sharita Murphy, the Black Betties. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us today.
Yeah, thank you for being here. We are just elated to have you on the show. I want to start off by saying I absolutely love your music, love your vibe. Everything about you guys is just excellence par none. So thank you for being that way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Hey, let's start off by telling our viewers exactly who the Black Betties are. I know you probably get that question a lot, but who are the Black Betties?
Man, we are a bunch of girls. No, it's just two of them. But no, we're just some ladies from Decatur, Georgia. We're homegrown Georgia peaches that grew up with a love for music. With amazing inspirations such as Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston and Gladys Knight and
Janet Jackson.
We love music. We grew up hearing it in our household and the women singing it. So we're just some twin sisters that are out here doing it, and we're grateful for the opportunities that we've had. We've been professional background singers for many years now, and so now we're just moving forward. We're moving to the front. So in a nutshell, that's who we are.
Oh, good. You guys are definitely positioned for a starstruck run, I can tell. I'm looking forward to seeing where you guys go. So where does the name come from? I know, just tell our viewers, first of all, which one of you is Sharita, which one is Sharita, and then tell us about the name, the Black Betties, and where that came from.
All right, I'm Cherie.
And I'm Sharita.
And so the name, the Black Betties, it's really simple. A lot of people think, oh, they're Black women. And that's it.
You're like, this is true.
This is very true. But that's not where the name came from. When you think of the color Black, it's mysterious, it's sexy, it's classic.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the color Black is classic. So, and it's timeless.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to use that meaning. And then the word Betty is an old throwback term. Men used to call their women Betties. Like, I got me a Betty. And that meant you had a woman, a real woman who knew how to take care of business. She not only was she beautiful, she was smart. And she was just at the top of her game. She's a queen, you know. So we just put them together, and we're called the Black Betties.
But there you go. That's an interesting take on it, and it's very appropriate. So I appreciate getting the background on the name. And you mentioned classic, and I'm going to jump ahead to a couple of things, but your music has a classic sound. Like I'm hearing some Jill Scott vibes. One of the songs I heard a little Outkast kind of line in there. And then I heard some country chords in some of your music. And I was like, okay, they're very diverse. So your music definitely is classic. Is it considered neo soul or R&B?
We've been classified as R&B and soul, and somewhat contemporary, adult contemporary R&B and soul. So
Okay.
those are primarily the two urban AC, as they call it, the genres that we get categorized and our music is placed in.
However, like you said, you hear in our music a lot of our influences, and we were raised where we were exposed to all kinds of music. And because of that, we put what we were exposed to in our music. So you'll hear a little country, you'll hear a little rock, you're going to hear all kinds of stuff, maybe R&B. Some classical music. You're going to definitely hear R&B and some funk.
And so,
some funk and some soul. So you kind of get it all, because that's what we are. We grew up with it all. So melting pot.
Well, that's definitely a good sound. The songs are very diverse, like I said, and I think our listeners are really going to enjoy legally downloading your music.
Yes, please. Legal. Give us a couple of cents, because that's all it gets us. It gets us some change, okay?
Right,
so we can have something to eat.
So we can eat. Take us a lot.
There you go. And we're going to talk about your live shows in just a little bit, so we can get that information out to our audience as well. So identical twins, that's an interesting take on this duo. And so I've got to ask, people ask these types of questions from twins. Is there any kind of friendly sibling rivalry between you two? Are you competitive with each other?
No.
Okay.
For us to compete would mean we are against each other. The very nature of the word competition, we go against each other, and that's not what we do.
We complement
and not compete. So
there you go.
Yeah, no, there's never any competition between the two of us. We love each other and support each other wholeheartedly. So there's never a competition. It's always complimentary.
Well, let me throw out this little hypothetical situation.
Okay.
How about we throw you guys into a pie eating contest? Which one of you would win?
It depends on the day.
It depends on the day. That's
because it depends on who's hungrier
and what kind of
pie it is. Because if it's an apple pie, a good apple pie, I'll give her a run for her money.
Okay.
Now. But then
again, no, that's just something fun for our audience to think about. We all like some good apple pie for sure, and I'm sure people from the South can't pass up a good slice of apple pie. Hey, have you guys ever pulled the old switcheroo on anyone, like a school teacher, your parents, a significant other, anything like that?
Well, we pulled it maybe once in
high school. It was high school.
High school?
It was high school.
In high school, just once. And we didn't get in trouble. We even told the teacher
after we did it. And they thought it was funny.
They thought it was hilarious
because the students knew, but the teachers had no clue.
And we were great students.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Now, what about some of the
good girls?
You're good girls. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, what about what has been some of the craziest things you've encountered on this musical journey, if anything?
I'll say something that we were exposed to. It's enlightening as when being background vocalist for several artists. We get to see up close how they don't have privacy. Everybody thinks that being famous is super exciting and it's wonderful. Does it have its perks? Sure. It has its perks. The lifestyle, however, it does have,
it's a cost, it's a price.
There's definitely a price for it. Like they can't go to the grocery store like we go to, or if they go to Walmart, people are looking at them like, why are they shopping at Walmart?
You got all this money.
It's like they want to save money too.
Right.
Right.
You know, I'll say the craziest thing we've seen, or at least we've been exposed to, is the lack of
humanity, if you will.
Yeah,
they lose their sense of humanity because people don't view them as human
anymore.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your musical influences. So your musical influences, you mentioned, I think you mentioned Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, of course, some of the most iconic and classic voices that we've ever had in any genre of music. So besides them, who else would be some musical type influence? Do you guys play instruments and sing, or what do you, or how does that work for you guys?
Primarily, okay, we can pluck some stuff out, but I won't say that
we're proficient.
We're not definitely. We're not. But we can pluck some stuff out on the keys and on the bass, and she can do guitar. So we have some. We dabble. How about that? That's a better way to do it. We dabble.
Okay.
And leave it at that.
Yeah, but as far as our musical influences, of course, like you said, Aretha, Whitney, Gladys, Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder. Those are just a few that
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael. God, can't forget Michael. We grew up and they were a regular part of our lives, you know, the soundtrack of our lives growing up. So those are some of the main artists that we listen to.
They're kind of shaped.
Yeah,
they're kind of shaped, and that and gospel music, all kinds of gospel. So
yeah,
Fred Hammond and the Winans, and
even, but you know,
that's my super group, the Winans.
Oh yeah, Commission. You know, all of them.
Old school.
You know?
Yeah.
And then just to throw in, we love, like she said, we grew up listening to a lot of music. So we have some country influences. We used to love Shania Twain, Faith Hill, Garth Brooks, and then there might be Alanis Morissette for the alternative music.
Joan Osborne.
So
it's a lot.
A little bit of everybody.
Right. Okay. I want to play just a little piece of You Belong to Me for our audience, just a little clip of it. This song is just straight fire. That's the only way I can describe it. The vocals are outstanding. The music is perfect. So I want to let our audience hear just a little bit of that. All right, that's all I'm going to give them. That is very, very good. That's almost some Betty Wright coming in there on those vocals. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of soulful sounds right there, and I really, really like that. And again, that's You Belong to Me, which is their latest single. You guys, DadCast Nation, go out and stream it. Download it legally, of course. I'm going to say that all the time. Give them their coins, please, and support their music because it is outstanding. Hey, another question. If you could have a sit down with any artist from the past or from the present, anyone who's dead or alive, who would it be and why? And that's a question for each of you.
That's a great question. If we could sit down, oh man.
Just one?
I know, right?
Can I have like three?
Of course you can.
Right. It's hard
You can name them.
Okay, we can name them. If I
Sure.
had my pick of three. Okay, so if I had my pick of three, it would definitely be, I have to do Michael Jackson. I would have to sit down. I would love to. I would definitely have to be Stevie Wonder.
Yep.
His songwriting, just his ability to capture the experience or a movement in sound is crazy.
Incredible. Yeah.
And I know this is crazy. I would say Maurice White.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not crazy at all. That's a general in the genre.
That's a genius. Just the creativity. I was like, what were you thinking? How did you do this?
How?
Yeah. So that's three. I could go on, but I would leave it at those three.
Yeah.
Those three generals for me.
Yeah, I would have to agree. My thought was Michael, Stevie. You threw Maurice out there. I'm like, yo, that was a great one. Another person I would just add to the list would be Prince.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for sure.
He had the guts and the boldness, and he helped create
He molded a whole sound.
Right.
His musical genius. He was a virtuoso. He did everything.
Played, sang.
So he's one of the greats that I would just love to sit and absorb his wisdom, because he was ahead of his time. In business, as a businessman too.
Right.
So yeah.
And also being able to kind of go against the industry and say, hey, as artists, we need to own our music and, own the rights to masters to our music, that kind of thing. So
that's that thing.
I was hoping you guys would mention Prince. I did not want to leave this broadcast without mentioning
he's definitely in there for sure. Huge influence.
Yeah. But just a couple more questions. I know your time is precious. I want to ask you, what's the big picture goal for the Black Betties? Where are you guys going? Besides the Grammys, of course, you'll get nominated before long and win a Grammy or two or three or four. But what's the big picture for the Black Betties? Did you guys hear me? What do you think is a big picture?
So the big picture, that how I see it, and I know you'll come across, you'll add on to it. The big picture for us, outside of the Grammys, as you spoke, outside of living the dream, our dream that we dreamt of since we were knee high to an ant, before we could sing or talk, rather. It would be I would love to inspire the next generation, leave a legacy, leave a mark to where the next generation feels and understands that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter, just your circumstances. If you pursue, you have a goal, you have a dream, you can do it. I want us to be able to inspire and create a platform for the next generation to just explode. I think that's, as a musician, as a singer-songwriter, and that you can do it with class, that you can do it differently. You don't have to succumb to how everybody else is doing it. You don't have to look and sound like everybody else to get the attention that you need, but just to inspire people to be authentically themselves in this industry and to do what you love. And and for them to know that there's space for you. their space. And so to be able to, the big picture is to be able to do that and do that in a way that leaves a mark.
Yeah.
Leave a legacy. I'm like, you know what? They did it. They did that. And that for everybody in the world to know our names, huh?
There you go.
Household name, the Black Betties.
There you go. That's exciting. I'm sure you guys will do that. There's, you know,
You want me to add to that?
Yeah, add to
oh,
that.
sure.
I'll add to.
And add to what your sister said.
Thank you. To add to wanting to bring back class, there seems to be a wave of artists that have started it. Bruno Mars, the artist Her, where real music is coming back. And like to piggyback off of what my sister said, to do music our way. We love live instrumentation and not being able to put us in a box. So to be authentically ourselves and to be on a platform, like she said, create a platform for other people. There have been people that opened the door for us, and we would like to do the same. And we want to do it with class, with grace, with style, you know, and really, like she said, leave our mark, and to let people know, hey, we just two girls from Decatur, Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Georgia. And we did not stop. We kept going. And just to, like she said, be an inspiration that no matter what area in life you are or whatever your gifting is, for you to pursue that with your whole heart. And just know that God will open the door and open your path. Let your path be straight if you pursue it and pursue his dream for you. And that's my little tip.
Oh, well said. Well said. I know you guys have got some angels watching over you. Your mother, of course, your grandmother, and I think I read about a first cousin that you all lost, who are all cheering you on. And so, along with the rest of us, we definitely wish you, you know, to exceed all of those things that you are wanting to do. All right, so let me, before we finish up, where can we find you performing live? Where are you guys going to be performing here in the next month or couple months throughout the summer? Or?
We have a few dates rolling in. Dates are constantly being added to our calendar. We have some dates in Florida. I want to say April 22nd. We'll be in Jacksonville. So be on the lookout for all of the info. And then we'll be in Gainesville, Florida,
the 23rd.
The very next day. And then the goal and the plan is to actually be on the road soon during the summer months. So again, keep your eyes open.
I think we'll be in New York. We'll be up in New York in June.
Yes, in June.
We do know that. So, but we had some other, like she said, there are other dates being added.
Yeah, there's some stuff pending, but it's coming. So keep your eyes open. We'll have everything listed out on our website.
And our social media.
Yes, of course. And so stay tuned. It's more coming.
Sounds good. I hope you guys come down to the Houston area. We definitely want to see you in Texas and Houston specifically.
Yeah, we got friends there now. Come on.
All right.
We got friends there now. We got to make it happen. Yes.
There you go. There you go. We will definitely be there supporting. Hey, blackbetties.com. Is that the website?
The blackbetties.com.
The blackbetties.com. .com. Just some people like, is it Betty's? IES? It's like, no, we spelled it a little different. It's YS. The blackbetties.com. And then on social media, it is at We Are the Black Betties. And that's the full, at We Are the Black Betties. And that's on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're on Twitter, it's Black Betties, at Black Betties. So
All right, sounds good. Hey, I want to thank you guys again for taking the time to speak with our audience, the DadCast Nation. Thank you for everything that you're doing, and we definitely wish you guys the best. I can't wait to see. I want to be able to say one day, hey, I had them on the show before
Yes,
they won
sir.
Grammys and Oscars, and you guys, no telling.
Yes, all of that, all of that,
Thank
of course.
All right,
you
well, you-
so much for having us, Mr. Lavelle. We really appreciate you opening up your platform
For us.
Yeah, for us. So
Hi, new friends.
Hi,
all
new
of y'all.
friends.
All of y'all are new friends now. That's what it,
no, we're
Wait.
not just friends. We're
we fam.
family.
What's up?
Well, all right. All right, DadCast Nation, make sure you go and follow them on socials, download their music, support them. They are the next hot act in R&B soul. Thank you again. My name is Lavelle. I'm the host of the DadCast podcast, and I'm out. Thank you.